I spent almost 30 years in the military, and I worked. I was in the Adjutant General Corps. I was a colonel, and what probably is most like what I'm doing now is my role as a garrison commander. Some people call it base commander, some people call it installation commander, but the functions are very, very similar to what we do in a city, in city management. And it actually, in my opinion, prepared me for walking into something like COVID, which we have never experienced. And quite frankly, I never thought we would experience in our lifetime. We came together when this happened to support our residents, to support each other, to support our businesses and our greater community. We've done a lot of things that we hadn't done before, and quite frankly, things that we never thought we would have to do. Our city council meetings are now online. That is something that we never did before. We had to immediately identify platforms where we could do this. Now we have virtually gone to 90% of our staff working from home and teleworking. Of course, our first responders don't have that flexibility. Our police, our dispatchers, our sanitation workers, our code enforcement, many of them don't have that flexibility. But they were very agile, and they jumped right in, and they figured out what it is they needed to do and how they could best support the community while making sure that they were staying safe. Because that was also very, very important.
Blocking the way coming in. We see the mayor out there giving us
I do.
She's working it.
So today we're in Magruder Park. We are here because Employee Prince George's said there were a number of Hyattsville residents that applied for support. And so today they're giving out $200 gift cards that can be used in whatever way the resident needs at this point in time for those who have been out of work, dislocated as a result of COVID-19. You know, interestingly, I think most residents, from their perspective, business seems like as usual. The trash is still being picked up. The calls for service are still being responded to. They're still able to get a person on the phone when they call the city building. And so it's really great to see that, you know, the wheels keep turning, even in the midst of crisis. But at the same time, we're all still very sensitive to all of the heavy load and the burden that everyone is feeling right now, and worried about their own safety, the safety of their families and friends, and the safety of the community to withstand a situation like this.
To adapt to COVID-19, we have changed some of our operational procedures. One is at the end of the shift, police officers go into a decontamination tent and decontaminate their cruiser in their uniform so they don't carry the virus home. And we have our emergency mobile command center right here in front of the police station, ready in case we have to use it if we had to move people out of the police station into the truck. You know, the calls don't stop coming in, the phones don't stop ringing, so we would transfer all of that to the mobile command center and they would be back in operation. Events that normally take place inside the building are now being moved outside in the fresh air next to the mobile command center to prevent the possibility of bringing the virus into the building.
I would say that we have some emergency essential right here on staff that don't actually have to interact, but people like our finance department that's got to keep everything going and keep people paid and pay contracts, and you know, things don't stop. And that's the key, you know, to somehow pull together to support our first responders and to support each other.
Several things have changed since the COVID-19 pandemic has started. Most notably, the way we work. Now we're mostly teleworking, those of us that can. We're trying to stay safe and adhere to different policies to keep everybody safe. It's just very different. I'm a busybody and I like to be out and about. So staying in the house or being here a couple days a week and not really anybody else being here is very challenging. So it's that social distancing, that isolation, I think, which many people over the globe are experiencing, is what's most challenging for me.
Since COVID, our department has had to realign some of our functions. The volunteer services program is taken on making sure that our residents are provided with food resources, that our older adults have communication, as well as home instruction for our youth and toddlers who would normally be coming to our summer camp and Creative Minds programs.
I work with the Hyattsville City Parking Compliance Division. I'm here to assist with traffic and help out with the Pizza Paraíso to make sure the flow of traffic goes smooth.
So we're here in Hyattsville today giving out pizzas to the community, trying to give to the people in need.
This is when you see the community come together and you see how connected we really are. Our volunteer programs kicked into high gear.
What we have here are 20 boxes of frozen meals delivered by the Prince George's County Department of Aging, and this is a result of a partnership with the City of Hyattsville Office of Senior and Disability Services. The idea is if we can provide frozen meals, they don't have to go out to the grocery stores and risk any exposure. It's a wonderful thing to see a community rally together to secure resources, but also to see that they're delivered.
We are looking forward to the day that we can return to some level of normalcy. Don't know what that'll look like at this time. And I think we as a community, there's so much more that connects us than that is separating us right now. And so we just have to take advantage of the fact that people want to help each other. People want to do for each other, and we want to care for each other.